Hello and welcome back to Sorare. Adam here, and today I'm going to go in through the top 10 American MLS players to consider for your Sorare teams. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below where you get a free limited card and also some common cards to start entering the free to play tournaments today. So let's get stuck into today's content then, guys. So as I said, today I'm going to be counting down the top 10 American MLS players. This is based on my opinion on form and the consistency of scoring on the Sorare scoring matrix. As always though, do your own research, know this content and it's financial advice. I'm going to be starting with number 10, working our way up to my number 1 pick in the MLS, which of course has recently kicked off again. And I can tell you there's quite a few names here that I've had to leave out because I only managed to fit obviously 10 in this top 10. There's quite a lot of players that missed out here, so this was certainly hard to narrow it down to just 10 players. So let's kick off then, guys. First of all, who I've gone for at number 10. At number 10, I've gone for Luciano Acosta of Cincinnati. Now, this guy has been consistent over the last couple of seasons for Cincinnati in terms of his SO5 scoring, but also as a player as well, of course, getting plenty of goals and assists. He's a midfielder on Sorare, and he's only 28 still as well, with an L40 of 59. Last year he scored 11 goals and also got 13 assists as well. We can also see some really good scores here in the 90 and 80 range, and also some 70 and 60 scores. So this guy is certainly scoring the goals and assists which are helping bolster his scores. So I think he's looking a really good option, and he comes in at number 10. At number 9, I've gone for Facundo Torres of Orlando City. This guy is only 22 as well, and he's got an L40 of 59, and he's a midfielder for Orlando on Sorare. In the last year he scored 10 goals and also got 8 assists as well. His 8A score is not too bad at 12.9, and he's also capable of these peak scores as you can see here, and also from his bar graph as well, with more of his scores coming towards this end of the graph, which is what we would like to see. So I think he's looking a really good option there in midfield. Coming in at number 8, I've gone for Carlos Vela of Los Angeles. Now he is 33, but he is still scoring the goals, getting the assists. In the last year he scored 9 goals and also got 12 assists. And we can see this has rewarded him with some peak scores, with plenty of 80 scores and also some 90 scores as well thrown in there for good measure. My thinking is that he should probably be a little bit higher in this ranking, but there was that many good players to fit into this top 10, he's going to have to settle for a place at number 8 for the time being. So let's see what I've gone for then at number 7. At number 7, I've gone for Diego Rubio of Colorado Rapids. He's only 29 and he's got an L40 of 62. In the last year he scored 16 goals and also got 5 assists as well. His 8 game is not too bad as well at 14.7 for a forward, and he's also got some really good peak scores as well, as you can see from his bar graph here. So I think he's looking a really good option, and he comes in at number 7. Number 6, I've gone for Lorenzo Insigne. Now, I've not seen a full season yet for Insigne at Toronto, but I'm sure with a full season ahead of him, he's going to be racking in the goals, racking in the assists, and getting some really good 8A scores as well. He's, of course, a forward for Toronto, and I think he's set for a fantastic season. He scored 10 goals and 5 assists in the last year, but that was including his time at Napoli as well. If we just filter it to Toronto, in his first 12 starts for them, he scored 6 goals and also got 2 assists. So I think he's going to have a fantastic season this year, and he's going to be certainly a sought after card when the season is well underway. So he comes in at number 6. That means now we're moving on to the top 5 MLS players. So who's come in at number 5 then? So number 5, I've gone for Nicolas Lodeiro of Seattle Sounders. He's got an L40 of 63, and the midfielder is a fantastic choice for your teams. In the last year, he scored 11 goals and also got 8 assists as well. Decent 8A score as well of 15.7, and is also capable of getting loads of peak scores in the 70, 80s and 90 range as well. So I think he's going to have another fantastic season at Seattle Sounders, who I expect to have a better season than they did last season. So yeah, I think Lodeiro is definitely a fantastic choice there for your American lineups. So who's come in at number 4? So number 4, I've gone for Thiago Almada of Atlanta United. This guy is only 21 as well, so can only get better. He's got an L40 of 63, and in the last year he scored 8 goals and also got 7 assists. He's also shown a fantastic all-round game of 17.8, and he's also bagged his first game back with 2 goals for Atlanta in a 2-1 victory against San Jose Earthquakes and a score of 93. We can also see previous scores of this sort of level as well, of 80s and 70s, and a 92 here back in 270. He's only 21, so can only get better, so I think he's looking a fantastic choice for your teams in midfield. So now we're on to the top 3 players in the MLS. So let's see who I've gone for at number 3. So number 3, I've gone for Sebastian Drussi of Austin. He's only 27 as well, this guy, and he's got an L40 of 63. In the last year, he scored 25 goals and also got 4 assists as well. Now his all-round game isn't that great, as we can see here, 6.2, but he's certainly making up with it with the goals that he's scoring and the assists as well, and I expect that to be another key factor this season for Austin. So he comes in at number 3. So now we're moving on to the top 2. So who's come in at number 2 in the MLS top 10 players? At number 2, I've gone for Hani Mukhtar of Nashville. Midfielder, an L40 of 64. The German had a fantastic season last year, and I expect him to have a similar season this season as well. In the last year he scored 23 goals and also got 8 assists as well. We can also see that he's capable of a lot of peak scores. As you can see from his bar graph here, most of the scores are towards this end of the chart. This is really impressive, with 4 scores in the 90 to 100 and 4 scores in the 80 to 90 range as well. So I think he's looking a really consistent player for your teams this season. Did start the first game on the bench, but he only needed 15 minutes to actually get an assist and score 64 points in that match against New York City. I think he's going to have another great season this year for Nashville. He was only on the bench due to an injury, but hopefully he will be starting the next game. So he comes in at number 2. Now all that's left to reveal is number 1 in my top 10 MLS players. I'm sure by now you've all guessed who it is. That is of course Carles Gil of New England Revolution. So an L40 of 67 is still only 30 as well, and I think it's going to be another fantastic season for the New England Revolution man. The Spaniard last season scored 7 goals and got 10 assists, but it's his A game that makes him one of the gods of Sorare, of 22.2 on average over the last 34 games. We can also see from his scores as well, that he's very rarely scoring a low score. He did during this period here, but I think he was having a few personal issues. But apart from that, we can see he was on fire as normal with some 80s, 90s, 70s and very few scores below 70. So this guy is an absolutely fantastic choice again for your teams in the upcoming season. And is still the king of the MLS and potentially still the king of the midfielders on Sorare. So that was the conclusion of my top 10 MLS players. The season is obviously well underway now, so consider some of these players for your teams for the rest of this season. If you did like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below where you get a free limited card and some common cards as well to start your collection today. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you again on the next video.